Good evening, everybody. We're outside Lambertville, New Jersey on a dark and drizzly evening. The rain's lined up some, so I figured we'd go live in case anybody wants to chat with us on the way home. I know it's not going to be the most exciting scenery, but we're pretty excited. We had a really big win today for Princeton Field Hockey, so we're pretty pumped up. At least I am. So pumped up, I needed a power nap. I needed a tiger nap, so unfortunately it's dark now. But at least you were able to get some work done, so it worked out.
It worked out.
Wow, this guy's lights are like changing colors.
I always hit that manhole.
The guy's colors are like purpley blue. Weird. So today we saw a blue heron, we saw some deer and a fox. I wonder what else wildlife we'll see tonight.
Hopefully not too much.
Yeah, I saw some deer back there at the interchange. So.
That was a pretty amazing first quarter of the game.
I know. I couldn't believe that we got 3 goals in the first quarter in an 8-minute span. It's just like, whoa. I knew it wasn't going to be enough. Like, I felt like it wasn't going to be enough because this is a must-win game for both teams, you know. And Harvard tried to claw their way back. I mean,
yeah, they didn't give up.
They shut us out in the second quarter and got a goal, right? And then the third quarter they got another goal, so then it was 3-2 going into the fourth, and they almost got another goal, and then we managed to eke out one awesome goal late. I don't know, mid to late in the fourth. And then they almost got another goal.
Yeah, to the very end, it looked like there was a chance they could come back. They fought hard. They played really well.
Yeah, I honestly didn't feel it was a win until we got below the 12-second mark.
I know, that's crazy.
Because it
2 goals up and you're still not sure you're going to win.
Yeah, because it takes 6 seconds to score a goal. So, like, if you score one, you know, you get it right away back after, you know, the other team restarts. It's 6 seconds directly to score. It's the fastest they've timed it. So. And Harvard has had a buzzer beater goal this season, so I wouldn't have rolled it out on them to get one. I forget who it was against.
Apparently, we scored more goals against Harvard than any team has this season.
Yeah, which is really exciting.
And they've played some pretty high-ranked teams, too.
Hey, good evening, Mark. Mark says, go Phillies. How about that game?
You have to tell us about it.
Yeah, we didn't see the Phillies game. Tell us what the end result was.
We can tell you about Princeton Field Hockey, but not Philadelphia Phillies baseball.
Some of our friends that were at the game, Krista and Krista's parents were there. They said they were heading out to see the Phillies game.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
After our game?
Yeah. So us scoring 4 goals against them, like they had kept all their opponents to 2 goals or less for 36 games going all the way back to the 2019 season, which is a long streak.
So that is a long time, yeah.
And they get it all in the first quarter like that is phenomenal. I didn't realize the streak went that far back.
Yeah, I was chatting with one of the fans afterwards. I think that's what he was telling me. I didn't quite follow what he was saying there, but now that you told me what it is, that's what he was talking about. They had that long streak of...
It looks like the Phillies won today, 4-3.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's really exciting. It's a close game. Looks like Philly scored 2 in the third, and then SD, I'm not sure who that is, they got 1 in the fourth, so it was 2-1. And then SD scored 2 in the seventh, and Philly scored 2 in the eighth.
SD, they played SD.
Mm-hmm.
I would guess that's San Diego.
It says SD Padres.
Huh?
SD Padres, Padres.
Yeah.
And then it went into, what do they call it, R in baseball after the ninth inning.
Oh, it went into extra innings?
Yeah.
Went into the 10th?
It says R. R-H-E. So I don't know. No, it didn't go into the 10th. It was done by the 9th. Maybe they meant R's like at the end of the game. Like, and maybe, I don't know. Not sure what H means.
Well, the Phillies won, right? So they didn't have to play their 9th inning.
Phillies clinch World Series berth,
Oh, wow.
apparently, according to Yahoo Sports. Philadelphia officials grease light poles ahead of possible Phillies World Series clinch.
Greasing the light poles.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Bryce Harper sends Philly to the first World Series since 2009. Wow, that's huge. He's got an 8th inning home run. That's how he did it. A nice home run.
Oh, wow. That is exciting.
Hey Joshua, how's it going? Joshua says, looks like it was a good game. Yeah, it was. We scored 3 goals in the first quarter, and Harvard had none. And then in the second quarter, Harvard scored 1, and we didn't get anything. In the third quarter, Harvard scored another, so it was 3-2. And then going to the fourth quarter, Harvard almost tied it up. And then kind of late to mid in the last quarter, we got another goal. And it was 4-2, but we really didn't feel like we had it in the win column until the last 14 seconds or so. Because Harvard was pushing hard. But it was an excellent win, a must win, and it helps us one step further to get to the Ivy League, win the Ivy League tournament, which championship, I guess you could say, conference. And then that gets you an automatic qualification berth into the NCAA playoffs, which is really our ultimate goal to become, that's the only way you can get to become a national champion is if you get into there and win. So it's pretty exciting. We got 2 more conference games, one this Sunday and then one the following weekend, and we got to win those to finish the hard work, and then it's tourney time. And the cupcakes were a huge hit at the tailgate, so that's exciting. Unfortunately, the drive's a kind of a drizzly, dark drive because I cheered my heart out and my lungs out to the point I gave myself a pretty bad headache. So
She needed a nap.
I needed a tiger nap. I kind of crashed after the super tailgate, so. But luckily my dad was able to do some work, so it worked out. So this is more of a just hang out and chat kind of drive.
So they have 2 more conference games, Princeton Field Hockey. So they technically only have to win 1 to clinch the Ivy title for the year.
Yep, so this coming Sunday is senior day, so if they win against Brown, they would clinch it. But it's good to win it outright.
Yeah, they would share it if they lost 1 game and Harvard wins the rest of theirs.
Yeah.
But they would get the tournament bid because they
beat the head-to-head.
Yeah, head-to-head they beat Harvard, so hopefully it's fairly smooth sailing into the playoffs.
We can pray. Joshua says, Bird says hello. I'm assuming dinner last night was good. Yes, dinner last night was amazing. We went to Trackside in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, and we got, my dad and I got burgers that were really, really good with homemade fries, and then our friend got a Reuben sandwich, which also looked really, really good. So, and it literally was Trackside. There was a railroad right outside, which I took some pictures of. I should post those up on Facebook and such. I meant to reply to you yesterday on the stream, but I missed your comment because we were so busy talking about other things that I totally missed your how was dinner comment. So I'm sorry about that.
You were telling me about a negative comment you saw later about
That was in the earlier stream yesterday.
Oh, okay.
The guy didn't like the Epoch Times.
Yeah.
So that was referring, I posted the ESG video from the Epoch Times, and he was trashing the Epoch Times. I feel like me bringing all the cheer gear today might have helped. Bringing all the extra paws and the pom-poms to get handed out. It got people pumped up. People were using them, so that was awesome.
Yeah, we were sort of the designated keepers of the gear at the end of 2019.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do anything with it last year.
Yeah, they didn't want to hand it out last year, so I was like, well, I'll hold it on for this year. And then it's like, I got to do it at a really, really important game. And I was like, Harvard game would be really good. I had forgot about it for the one game. I don't remember. It was the Maryland game I was originally going to do it for, but I didn't notify my brother in advance to pick it up from his house. So.
Well, it was a good choice for this game.
Yeah.
And our tiger hats were popular too.
Oh yeah, the tiger. Even I gotta hang out with my tiger friends, which was really cool.
I know we were getting some photographs taken. I don't know where they are going to end up anywhere or not.
They might end up on social media, yeah. Because I was talking to the camera lady. She's really nice. So it was a really great day. And to win by more than one goal is just so much sweeter. Even though it.
The Harvard fans' reaction is that I don't think that they were disappointed, of course, but I don't think it was such a hard loss for them because they knew we were pretty good this year.
Yeah.
So I think they probably came into this game as we have a chance to win this, but this is going to be a hard game.
Yeah, last year they beat us in shootouts, and it was clear we didn't practice shootouts, so that was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, that's what the fan was saying to me. It's like, I was hoping it was going into overtime. We're pretty good at shootouts. I said, yeah, we learned that last year.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And it was actually the 1-year anniversary of that game because it was on a Saturday up in Boston, and same weekend this year, but on a Sunday here at Princeton. So
yep.
Exactly 1 year later.
It's pretty funny how it works out that way.
But I still enjoyed the trip up there, even though we lost.
Yeah, that was the infamous lobster tailgate that they do in Boston. That the one set of parents likes to put on.
Yeah.
That was really awesome. Not that I go for the food or anything. I just hang out with the girls. So. Though I did get to try a piece of lobster. It was really good. Nobody really knew what the t-shirts were going to look like for the upcoming Ivy, so I took my vest off several times to show people it's like it's going to look like this one, and like turned around like this is what the back's going to look like, except it's going to be, this year's date. And whatever color you guys decide on. I was like, it's either going to be black, orange, gray, or white. It's like, I'd recommend don't choosing white. Don't choose white because it gets dirty. So it sounds like they might go for gray or black, but we'll see.
I think Beth's dad was noticing our different years in our shirts.
Oh yeah, he was. I asked him, I was like, can you order us shirts? So we exchanged numbers so I can give him our information.
Yeah.
I told him, it's like, I'll happily reimburse you and everything. Just, order it for us because we're not going to make the Columbia game, and I don't know if that's when they're going to get them or not. But they go to every game.
Do they?
Pretty much. I don't think I've ever seen them miss a game. Either he or his wife is at every game, so. But he said he'd be happy to do that for us, so. He's like, these parents, because after showing him my shirt, he's like, the parents around here, they probably have those types of shirts in their drawers and they never wear them. And you would gladly wear them. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. So, he was so happy to see that I got you to wear the hat today.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Yeah. He was just so busy talking to everybody that he probably didn't have time to come over to say hi.
I did say hello to him. We talked
okay.
for a minute or two.
Yeah. Everybody was talking to everybody because we had a lot of previous players back too, so it was a really good tailgate. And coaches had their babies there tonight, which was cool.
Yeah, it's like a baby circle there.
Yeah.
Big a stroller convention.
Well, that's because an assistant coach has twins, so, and then head coach has I guess is he 3 now? And then the newborn. So I was surprised that we didn't make them get upset at all. I thought with the music blasting that the babies wouldn't like it so much, but they were hanging out with us where it was quieter, so they were really chill. I love their cute little tiger bottoms that Dina had on the twins. They had tigers on them. It was cute.
Well, they've already been to enough tailgates. They know how it all goes, so
yeah, business as usual, right?
Just normal living for them.
Yeah.
Kids are very adaptable.
Yeah. I must say the cuteness is overloading. Like, oh, those cute kiddos.
Yeah. I think for every parent that brings back memories when you see that.
Yeah.
It's like when you were there, when it was your child.
Yep. That's kind of what Allie's mom was saying, and oh, I can't think of her name. Marge's mom. Because Marge was there. Because Allie's mom was like, this brings back memories of when my 3 were little, and Marge is like, it brings back memories when my 4 were little, because she has 4 children. I just love that they have cute little tiger things for babies, you know? Like baby clothes. I forget, one of the Donovan babies had cute little tiger shoes. They're so adorable. Like little slippers on his feet. Or her feet, I'm not sure. It was one of Annabeth's children.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them were there today too, but not all of them.
Yeah. That's a hockey family for sure.
Yeah. I miss Mr. Donovan. Shame he's gone.
I was joking with Beth's dad about that. I said about, because he asked me how far back, did we predate them? And I said, no, they were here before we were, because they've had so many daughters that have been in the sport.
Yeah. They definitely predate us. I think by a few years. I don't remember. Was Caitlin a junior or a senior when we started watching?
I'm going to guess a junior, but I really am guessing.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He said, that's okay. I forgive you for not remembering. I said, no, they got us beat. I don't know by how much, but they go back further than we do.
Yeah. The difference, though, is we didn't have anybody on the team, so, not having a sister on the team.
I said, they'll be like Star Trek, the next generation, when their kids grow up and start playing.
Yeah, really. I'm sure as soon as they get old enough, they're going to have a hockey stick in their hands.
I would guess so.
Yeah. I think I've even seen the one, Annabeth's oldest already, with a stick in her hands at tailgates before. So, you gotta start them young. That's one of my biggest things, is I wish I could have started earlier.
That's one reason why the U.S. is not very competitive on the international stage.
We start so late.
It's definitely a much more popular sport overseas, and they play young, and it's men and women that play. It's It's not just a women's sports like it is here.
We do have a men's team in the U.S. It's just we don't have many men's programs. Like there's no men's college field hockey team that I know of. Maybe there is, but I'm not aware of any. Well, let's look at this guy's Halloween decorations.
We're in Frenchtown, New Jersey.
Oh, it's not gonna show up on the stream.
It's so hard to see it.
Yeah, it's just blurring. Oh, he added more skeletons to
But
it.
that is a good display. We just went by on the left.
Those spiders in Hamburg were really cool too that I posted on YouTube.
Yeah, that house always has something like that.
Yeah.
They get decked out for Halloween.
Brakes are squeaking.
Squealy. I should check into that.
Yeah,
It actually might be worn out.
might be. I was thinking maybe up here at the park we could stop for a minute to get a quick stretch
We can.
if it's not busy. I like the people that were sitting next to us in the stands are like, we wish you came to all our games, because she's on the soccer team.
Oh.
She's like, we'd love to have a fan like you at our games. It does seem like it's hard to get dedicated fans. But it's a lot. It's a lot of commitment.
Yeah, I keep wondering when we're going to retire.
Yeah. It's so hard. Remember what Tornetta had said.
I don't recall.
He says you can't retire unless there's a ring on her finger.
Is that what she said?
That's what he said.
I guess I missed that.
Yeah. It was funny. Oh wow, that's a really scary looking yard on the right back there. It was like a monster. Well, I don't know. It's so hard.
You keep making new friends every year.
I know. I'm super buddy with Grace, who played an absolutely phenomenal game today. And Beth is just, she's awesome. She loved her cupcake, and her dad loved it too. He grabbed one of the extras. He said it was really good. Oh, there's deer on the left.
Yeah.
Oh, a whole bunch of deer on the left. Hi, guys. How's it going? You don't mind if I stretch my legs, do you? I just sitting too
It's
long.
very dark here tonight.
Yeah.
Their blinding light is not on.
I was sleeping in the car. I got leg stiffness. So
Yeah.
gotta stretch. Keep it out.
Humid and 58 degrees. We didn't have too much rain at the game. It was enough to open up the umbrella for a little while. But it was mostly just a drizzle. Probably could have just dried out without the umbrella fast enough. It would have been all right. So our next game is against Brown, and I guess that's also on a Sunday. I think Brown, there's a couple really good players on their team. I'm pretty sure Brown has a really strong offense player who has a lot of goals.
Is that the one that changed classes to Maryland? Because she moved.
Oh, did she? She's not with Brown this year?
I don't think so. I could be wrong. I have to look.
I like going up there.
The super tall player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was very tall.
She went to Maryland because of,
Okay, so she's playing a 5th year at Maryland?
Yep. She became a captain at Maryland somehow.
Oh,
I don't know
neat.
how you walk in on a team like that and become captain, but... Do you need to get out to stretch at all?
I think I'm still good.
Alright.
I got this stretch pretty good while you were sleeping.
Yeah, for me, I just being cramped in the car for...
I think I just keep rolling for a while.
Yeah, I believe that she's with Maryland now.
University of Maryland. They're doing pretty good now. They'll definitely be in the playoffs.
They always do good. They're a pretty good team.
Yeah, the deer are now going to cross in front of us.
Yeah,
A little beyond the headlights there.
there goes one. There's the third. The other two missed.
Although maybe you could see that.
You can see the one.
Contrast might not be so good on the display.
I'm trying to remember her name.
Was she a player from the Netherlands?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I found her. She's number 1, Danielle Van Rootsteller. She's a grad student. Played 3 years at Brown. 3-time All-Ivy League honoree, earning first team honors 2021, 2018, second team in 2019. Started in 50 of 51 games with the Bears. Led the Bears with 12 goals and 5 assists. Finished in the top 20 of the NCAA in goals per game and points per game. Earned national NFHCA academic squad honors every season and was NFHCA Scholar of Distinction in 2020 and 2022. So, yeah, Brown doesn't have her anymore. She transferred.
How's Brown been doing on field hockey? Have they won anything?
I have to look. I know she was really good for them. She was the top scorer.
It's unlikely that we would lose that game, but there's always that chance.
Yeah. They played Wake Forest today, apparently. Here's their schedule. They're 8-7 overall.
How are they winning so many games?
Let me look. They played St. Francis in the beginning of the season and won in double overtime, 4-3. They beat Miami 3-2 in overtime. Bryant 4-2. They won. They beat Northeastern 3-1. Towson 2-1. They won. They lost to VCU in overtime 3-2. They lost to Yale in overtime 3-2. They beat Sacred Heart 4-0. They beat Dartmouth 2-0. Wagner they won 2-0. They lost to Columbia 3-2 in overtime. They lost to Penn 3-2. They lost to Temple 3-1. Lost to Cornell 1-0. And they just lost to Wake Forest today 4-0. So they're not playing super hard teams. The only games they have left are us, and then they play Harvard.
They're going to take a beating.
Yeah. Let's see how Columbia is doing. I haven't checked on them either. I State's the other team we have to play.
The Columbia games are often unexpectedly close.
Yeah, they're always difficult, it seems. Ooh, Columbia's 5-9 overall. Let's see who they played. They played LIU and won 3-1. They lost to Syracuse 6-2. They lost to Old Dominion 3-0. They lost to VCU 3-1. They managed to beat Wagner 2-0. They lost to Harvard 3-1. UMass they lost 3-1. Cornell they lost 3-1. Wow, they're losing like everything 3-1. They lost to Delaware 3-1. They managed to beat Brown in overtime 3-2. And then they went and played Monmouth and lost 5-0. Ouch. They beat Yale 2-1. Beat Dartmouth 2-1. Lost to New Hampshire 2-1. And then they're playing Penn this Friday. And then they play Lehigh. And then they play us. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, never any guarantees. Should be a winnable schedule for us. Hopefully
Hopefully the girls
if they can play good games, they should be able to get through them.
let's see what Maryland's up to recently. I haven't checked on them. They're 14-2.
14-2. Who beat them this year?
We did.
I know.
And I'm trying to see who else beat them.
UNC?
Nope, Penn State. Oh my goodness. Penn State walloped them 5-1.
Ouch.
That's a wallop. I say that because Penn State is ranked up there pretty high, and so is Maryland. So to have a game like that to be 5-1, Maryland must have had a really, really bad day where Penn State was just on fire. I mean, let's see what the recap says. Maybe they got a lot of corners, because, corners win games. Number 2 Terps fall at number 5 Penn State 5-1.
They're played at Penn State.
Terps dropped their second game of the season and the first since September 20 with a 5-1 loss to number 5 Penn State in a tough battle between two of the premier teams in the nation. It was also Maryland's first conference loss of the season in 8 chances. Hey, Danielle Van Rootseller continued her year-long scoring prowess with an early goal, the only lone scorer of the night for the Terps. That's the lady from Brown.
Ah.
Making some good news for the Terps, Hope Rose, Maryland's leading goal scorer, before she missed the past 5 games with an injury, played for the first time since September 25th, and logged a shot on goal. Oh, that's a shame that she was injured. With the loss, Maryland moves to 14-2 overall, 7-1 in Big Ten play, while Penn State is now 14-2 and 6-1. The Terps struck first less than 5 minutes into the game as Van Rootseller capitalized on a penalty corner off a pass from Vivi Donorat and Natalie Feicher. The goal was Van Rootseller's 11th, and Donorat's assist was her 10th on the year. Both are good for team highs. Penn State scored the next 3 goals and took a 4-1 lead into halftime. Both defenses buckled down in the third quarter, and neither side was able to notch a goal. Penn State's Gemma Punch added a goal with over 3 minutes remaining in the game to bring the final to 5-1. Let's see how many shots there were. Penn State had 14 shots, 9 of which were on target. Maryland had 4 shots on target out of 7. Maryland goalie had 4 saves. Penn State had 3. Maryland was held to 2 corners, and Penn State had 3. Wow, so it wasn't corners.
Penn State's definitely going to be in the tournament.
Yep. Sophia Glado is one of their really good players, and she scored 2 goals. And then the one person I've been following from Team USA, Mackenzie Alessi, she's also still with Penn State, and she's really good. Hey, Ethan, how's it going? We're doing good. We just crossed back over in Pennsylvania. I know it's not very much to look at, so it's kind of a just chatting kind of stream on the way home. Celebrating a big Princeton win over Harvard, 4-2 for field hockey.
This is Route 32 going north. It's a really scenic road if you like going along the Delaware River.
That house has a nice sign. It says "Freedom isn't free." I know you can't see it on the stream, but I always appreciate that when I see that, because I always remember our veterans and service members that served.
Back there was the bridge over the Delaware Canal.
Ethan, we live in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, were you able to cross into Pennsylvania without paying a toll?
Yeah.
A lot of bridges out of New Jersey have tolls.
I like how this guy wants to go through our trunk, like
Oh, he's
through the
not-
most wooded section of the
He's not that
road.
close, though.
It just feels that way with all his headlights.
I am a little concerned about any deer jumping
Yeah.
out.
This is a no deer section, for sure. We've already seen quite a few deer tonight. Well, there's something on the right. Little animal. Maybe a kitty cat.
Yeah, we don't want to drive over anybody's kitty cat either.
Yeah, definitely not. Someone did that to my kitty cat years ago, and I was really upset. Ethan's like, cool. Yeah. Well, Pennsylvania's got its own problems for sure, as we were talking about last night, so.
Yeah.
This is like the perfect haunted woods section of the trip.
That's why I would want to put a sticker on my car that says "My car voted."
Yeah, because our car turned 22 in July.
We had a couple of kitty cats that we joked about that they got their driver's license and
Yeah.
could vote. I don't know, did we get any that lived that long that they could vote?
Lucy did.
She made it.
She made it to 19. Though it was a rough 19. She was
Yeah.
struggling the last few years. She was an outdoor kitty cat. And outdoor kitty cats don't usually like to transition to be indoor kitty cats. So we did our best to make her comfortable outside. But Eden says New York's voted #1 worst state in the country.
New York?
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. You sure it's not a tie with California? Because California's pretty bad.
They're pretty bad, but they got that weather that's so nice, right?
Oh, that's true. They got the beaches.
And the nice climate.
Yeah. I don't know. Both states are pretty bad. He says it's next to Cali. Yeah, I can believe it.
That's a shame because there's so much of New York that's really pretty. A lot of rural, really nice areas in New York State.
Yeah. I did get the Lake Wallenpaupack video up last night on YouTube. So definitely check that out. I can't put the drive up, unfortunately, because of things that we talked about. So you'll have to catch that on Rumble. So what I'll probably do is like put a clip up and then link it to Rumble. And then I still have to put the Lake Cayuga video up on YouTube because that was really cool as well. New York City brings us down. You're absolutely right. Yeah. It's like a stain on your state. Unfortunately. That's kind of how we feel about Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. They're not, oops, that's the wrong button. They're not, oh wow, they put lights on the, Canal Path bridge. That's
The
cool.
bridge to go over the canal.
Yeah. The big cities are just so bad, unfortunately. They're run poorly.
We've kind of joked about giving Philadelphia to New Jersey.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you want it?
You want it in New Jersey? You can have it.
Well, we'll give you Philadelphia County.
Well, I just remember in the last few years, you know, when we had issues with supplies at grocery stores, that we got flooded with people from New York and New Jersey. I mean, the one place near us for our astronomy club, I mean, people were camping out in the woods from New York and New Jersey and going to our grocery stores. It was crazy. Like, maybe we're not far enough away from New York City. You know? move someday. So overall, our weather is fairly okay. We don't get too many bad storms. It's not as much snow. I mean, it can get a little bit uncomfortable in the summer, but not like Florida uncomfortable. No tornadoes, thankfully. This road's getting rough again. It's a freeze thaw this winter. It ought to get real bad by springtime.
Unfortunately, we can't all move to Florida.
Nope. I tell people that we're moving to Florida and Texas, it's like, you need to stand up where you are, because those states can't accept everybody. You know, fight for your state. I know it's easier said than done in some states, but it's the only way you're going to make change is if you stand up.
Yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag, though. A lot of people with families got out of California because of their mandates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, California's going really communist. Yeah. Especially with the legislation that just passed. That needs to get sued. They need to be sued for that. The doc censorship.
Yeah.
Try not to say any of the trigger words. And now with the ACIP vote, people need to stand up, pull their kids.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it happens now. It's terrible. Yet another mandate. Not strictly a mandate, it's a recommendation, but a lot of places will mandate it based on those recommendations.
If people haven't seen it yet, there's a new documentary based on a book by Bobby Kennedy Jr. Due to an attack on the website, they had to change the website. So I'm going to post a link to the new website. It's called FauciMovieFLCCC.com. That's 3 C's. So I'm going to post that in the chat because they finally got it up and running on another site. And it's going to be free for another 4 days. So share that with all your friends and family if you haven't already seen it. It goes into a lot of what Fauci's done in the past and how he's used that playbook in the last few years. And I think he'll continue to use it if we don't stop him. I know he's, quote, retiring, but I think he's trying to escape out of the office before the door slams on him.
I heard his net worth went up quite a bit.
It did. It went up a lot. I don't know the amount.
His economy's doing well.
And he got a whole bunch of bonuses and stuff that he won't disclose where they came from.
Well, he deserves it all, right? All the great things he's done. Is that a no comment?
I'm trying not to say bad words, Dad.
Okay.
I'm pinning the message for the link. Ethan's like, LOL.
Just wait till the AI can figure out sarcasm.
Yeah.
They're working on it.
Yeah, they are.
I'm sure they're working on it.
One piece of road noise at a time. the reason I say that about the road noise, Ethan, is Facebook's constantly muting parts of my streams for road noise, saying it's copyright infringement, which is utter baloney.
So we got a little bit of wiggle room there. It still thinks road noise is music, so...
Yeah.
And I guess it's matching it up to particular songs?
No, it won't even tell me. That's what's crazy. And
Well,
I can't...
Do they ever tell you, though?
Yeah, they do. So,
Oh,
like,
when
I go to like the one event where they're playing like the national anthem, it'll say, "Oh, this national anthem was sung by whoever the singer was," and they'll flag it.
Okay, so it does know, and will tell you when it knows.
Ethan says, "I will be back, but I'm gonna stay on. But I'm going to go watch this for a little bit." LOL. Haha. Go for it, Ethan, and share it. It is absolutely worth watching. Part 2 comes out on Tuesday, so make sure when you sign up for the emails that you check for emails on Tuesday, because Part 2 comes out.
Is Part 1 still available?
They just made it re-available because of the attack on the website.
Oh.
So they put this one out for 4 more days because of that. And then Part 2 is supposed to come out on Tuesday. So the first part's about 2 hours, but you can play it a little faster if you want to get through it faster. And then Part 2, I believe they said it was going to be like an hour and a half. But it's really good. If you have time to get the book that they recommend in that documentary, I would get it to read it. But it's a big book. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a big book. But it really goes into a lot more detail that they couldn't put everything in the film. But the film does a really good job if you don't have the time to read the book.
It's listening to us.
It's definitely going to be better. It's going to be...
It's attacking them.
Our news. The filmmakers later informed us that their entire domain was briefly taken down in a coordinated SSL.
I'll have to ask the boss about SSL cert attacks.
But what I was saying is, like, they said that the people said that it was the browser was blocking it. How does that happen? Was it, like, I don't know, was it Chrome? Was it Firefox? I mean, it worked for me, but I use Firefox.
I'm not sure what's going on there.
You know what? The other day I did try to like reload it to like go back. It gave me an error.
I think what's happening there is it's saying this SSL. They're making that happen. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it can't establish a secure connection because the key doesn't match, then it's not going to go.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Oh, yeah. They definitely don't want to skip a few. NIAID, NIH.
Well, U.S. government, right?
Yeah.
How about that the group that's under Homeland that some time ago that
Oh, I forget their name.
starts with a C.
I don't remember.
Some sub-agency of Homeland Security that's involved with security, internet security.
Jeremy, how was the game? Goals, so we were up 3-0. Quarter and got a goal, so it was 3-1 going into halftime. And then in the third quarter, Harvard shut us out again and got another goal, so it was 3-2. And then going into the fourth, Harvard almost tied it up, but thankfully did not. And then we managed to scrape in a fourth goal near the end, so we ended up winning 4-2. So it's really, really exciting. But we really didn't feel relieved until there was less than 14 seconds on the clock because Harvard was pushing really, really hard. So it was a great win, a must-needed win for a chance to get in the tournament later on. And the girls absolutely loved their cupcakes. So it was a really, really happy tailgate with all the... And I totally over-cheered, so I'm going to be drinking lots of tea and honey the next few days. Oh, watch out, there's deer. There was a whole bunch of them back there. A tiger cat nap, because I gave myself a headache. It didn't help. I didn't get enough sleep last night with preparing for today, so it definitely didn't help.
I'd say this And as far as leading up to this game, everything was preparation for this win game. The tournament, but it's very likely now we'll get into the tournament.
A little bit intermittent. Through this town, cell service can be very flaky.
Springtown.
Yeah, so next Sunday we play Brown University, and then the following weekend we play Columbia University, and those are both titles.
2.
Because I think that will be more beneficial to have the extra games. So that way if you do lose a game, you're not completely out. Because like the Big Ten and ACC, they do their little round robin tournaments based on how they did in their season games. Oh wow, Michigan beat Iowa 1-0. I heard that game was really intense. People were talking. I heard the coaches talking about it at the tailgate.
Yeah.
But I didn't know the final score. That's exciting.
I'm sure they're both going to be in the tournament too.
Yeah, they're both having really good seasons.
Remember that semifinal game we made it to, and we played Maryland, and it played out 0-0 in regulation time, and then Maryland won it in overtime.
Yeah. That's the one in Louisville you're thinking of, right?
Right. Yeah, it was at Louisville, where the playoffs were.
Jeremy says Michigan's ranked 6th right now. Yeah, they're really high up there. They're doing really well. I'm hoping that the first and second rounds will be closer to us so we don't have to travel far. But that'll be determined once they announce the bracket and all that. Which won't be for probably 2.5 weeks, probably. Because we got 2 more weekends of games, and then the other, like I said, the other teams have their playoffs. Oh, they got spiders on the local honey store. Oh, that's
What are we going to do if Iowa's hosting the first and second round and we're in that? We're on that side of the bracket.
We're going to Iowa. Somehow.
Are we?
Yes. I'd like to go to Iowa, if that's where we have to go. Road trip. We'll bring everybody along.
Gonna have to run a convoy to Iowa.
Yeah, there we go. The Michigan road trip was fun last year. We got to cheer on some former Tigers for Maryland and Northwestern. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
And I've never been to Michigan before, so that was cool. Got to see some great lakes and some lighthouses and some really good hockey games. I just kind of hope UNC loses, because I really don't want. I don't want them to win.
No.
No. They're doing really well this season, though.
I guess we're a little burned out on them.
Yeah. It just UNC's always getting far, and it's just.
It is nice to see other teams get into the tournaments.
It's nice to see other teams get in, and the other thing that irks me about the UNC team is they have such an excessively large team. And I feel it puts other schools at a disadvantage because they have so many players that they can sub constantly.
Yeah, that does give them an advantage.
That gives them a huge physical advantage in games. So
they have a large squad, so yeah, they have a lot of depth.
I mean, they're 14-0 this season. They haven't lost a single game.
In international play, you have to limit your roster as to who's going to be able to play in any particular game.
Yeah.
Where you don't have the restriction in college hockey.
I think they need to have it.
So you got a small squad that's having a great year. You know, you go up against a team like UNC where they just have endless legs. You know, just keep substituting fresh legs into the game.
Yeah.
And that's such a big thing since there's so much running.
Yep. And then when we played them in the championship in 2019, what was really irritating is they were beating us pretty hard after our player tore her ACL. They kept switching their goalies out. Like, every time they got possession, they put in a new goalkeeper. 4 times.
Yeah.
It was excessive.
It was brutal.
It just kept breaking the game up.
Is this where we want to turn? Is this too soon?
It's too soon.
I know there's another way we've been going. That's a left turn coming up here somewhere.
It's coming up here where this light is. Yeah, it's right up here on the curve. Apple Church Road, right here. Ethan says, trust the science. LOL. Yeah. Good. The documentary's good, Ethan, isn't it? Jeremy says Michigan plays Ohio State on Friday. Oh, that'll be a good game. I can't believe UNC beat St. Joe's 6-0. Ouch.
So Ohio State having a good year?
They're a pretty good team in general, I thought. That's where Mackenzie used to play. And then she transferred to Penn State. Let's see what their schedule looks like. They're 10-6 overall. They beat Northeastern 4-0, Albany 3-0, Lehigh 4-0. They barely lost to Maryland 1-0. And then, Miami. Miami. Too many M's.
Not Maryland.
No, they lost to Maryland 4-2. Look at the M's. The M's look similar.
They do.
On the mobile app anyway. Wake Forest, they lost 1-0. Rutgers, they lost 2-0. Penn State, they only lost 2-0. They beat Michigan State in overtime 2-1. Kent State, they won 4-0. Central Michigan, they walloped 7-1. They beat Ohio 7-1. Iowa, wow, they beat Iowa 2-0.
Did they really?
They lost in overtime to Northwestern 2-1. That's a really good game.
Yeah, well, that does sound like that'll be interesting.
Indiana, they beat 2-1. Bellarmine 5-1, and then, like he said, they play Michigan this Friday. So that's exciting. That sounds like a really exciting match. Yeah, for the Big Ten championship for sure.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Hey Jeremy, if you haven't watched the documentary, check out the pinned comment on YouTube. The original link that I had talked about before, it had to get changed because they had an attack on the website. So it's a new link for the documentary. I can't say the name because of the censorship, but you'll see what it is once you click on it. It's about Fauci. Interesting things that happened at the game today was they announced the passing away of a Princeton student.
Yeah, I couldn't help but think about why that happened.
I think you and I thought the same thing when we heard that.
Of course, we have no idea. We don't know any circumstances. So
nope. Other than they passed away unexpectedly.
I just can't say I remember hearing anything like that before.
No. And they were an athlete. Jeremy says, how far until home? 40 minutes maybe?
You want that in minutes or miles?
Oh, blinding blue lights. Oh, there's a dead deer in the road.
I think she's about right. Maybe 30 miles.
I wouldn't know the miles, honestly.
I think we're in Lehigh County now.
Jeremy's like, sorry to hear that. Yeah.
We want to turn here.
Ah! something just fell over in the trunk. Might have been the empty cupcake pan.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to lose someone so young. She was a sophomore from the sounds of it. They said class of 2024, so. Shame.
They require the you-know-what.
Yep. And for a while they were making them get the extras. But then they backed off. But I wonder how many of them got it before they changed their mind on the website. So, but being an athlete, you're at much higher risk of adrenaline rush that can cause sudden heart problems, let's just say.
Nothing to see here, folks.
I mean, look at our friend last night we met for dinner. The pet groomer.
The pet groomer had one of those.
Yeah, unexpected death, 61. Didn't have any health problems. And then we had our friend in astronomy club. Now, she was older, so, like, who knows? I mean, we can't prove it, but she was 79 and she was forced to get them to keep her job. So I can't help but wonder. It's a shame. The colors are pretty through here. No, we can't really see a lot of it. Some of the leaves are falling off.
If you're into the medical stuff, you want to know more about some things that are going on, the highwire.com.
Yeah, it's a really good resource. Children's Health Defense is also really good. There's a lot of good people on Substack too.
Yeah, Dr. Steve Kirsch.
Yep. Pierre Corey, FLCCC.
The FLCC does a weekly podcast, don't they?
Yep.
Do you have to sign up for that? Because I know I've seen you watch it.
I signed up to get the email, so I get the notification, or you can sign up for the Zoom and they send it out. So I get them every week. The VSRF does that as well. I can't read the acronym for you, but that's Steve Kirsch's organization, VSRF. And they do weekly meetings as well.
I didn't realize that that was his organization.
Yep, he created it. He was the one that figured out fluvoxamine was beneficial for you know what. I've actually taken it personally to help with my ongoing symptoms.
Yeah, reusing existing medicines, there's no fun in that. Oh, I meant no profit in that.
Is that like using your parents' old checkers board? It's not as fun as a new checkers board. It's all glamoury.
Yeah, I want a nice shiny new one.
You don't want the worn checkers, you want the new shiny checkers board.
I want the nice shiny new one with fresh patents and lots of royalty payments.
Oh. It sounds like you're playing poker then.
No, I'm playing NIAD. Isn't that how they play the game there?
You forgot an I.
Oh, yeah, I can never quite get that right.
NIAID.
Okay. The other one spells out one of the moons of Neptune, doesn't it? Naiad.
I don't know.
Naiad is a moon of Neptune.
I don't know the moons of Neptune off the top of my head, so.
I think that was in NAID.
Jeremy's like, what is that? The National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. That's where Fauci comes from.
He's the head of that organization.
Yep. Which is part of NIH, which is the National Institute of Health.
And then they actually own patents to a number of things that they get royalties from. There was I guess all these guys are turning.
Yeah.
There was some law passed years ago that allowed certain government employees to be able to collect.
It's the Bayh-Dole Act.
There you go. They can collect royalty payments on these things.
Yep. Basically, the taxpayer funds research. They make a new product and get it approved through rubber stamping it all, and then they make money off of it because they patent it.
Well, they develop the technology.
Rubber stamp it.
Well, then they allow pharmaceutical industries to license it.
Yeah.
And then they approve the use that the pharmaceutical company wants to do with it. And by approving it, then they make money.
Yep. Yeah.
But they don't approve it directly. It goes through one of the other organizations.
But they're all infiltrated. So regulatory capture, the phrase of the night, regulatory capture. It's a revolving door between people in research, pharma, and patents.
Which is why we can't trust the science. The science has been
tainted.
Yeah, well, the bottom line is we all got to eat, right? We all want to live well if we can. So if your university that you work for is going to get a $20 million grant, if you keep your mouth shut about certain things
you'll get more money because you'll get more grants. So it's sad.
And if you
I'll miss the turn.
if you want to get more money, you can't do any studies that show something's bad.
Jeremy says can't trust the government. Nope, you can't.
No, and unfortunately you can't trust a lot of the research because too much of it is being funded by people who benefit from the outcome of that research. There's a bias.
Yeah. Let me look up something. How do you spell Ionides?
Oh boy, I don't know. Io? That's a moon of Jupiter.
That's definitely not enough.
I think there's an A.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna link this. Just give me 1 second.
He's the doctor from Stanford, isn't he?
Yeah. Alright, so John P.A. Ionides, he did an essay called Why Most Published Research Findings Are False. I highly recommend you check it out. And he goes into it. It's a little bit technical and stuff, but it's Matthias Desmet talks about it as well. He lists the statistics of it all.
And he's the doctor from Belgium that has this theory of mass formation.
Yeah.
Are you really not going to pass me?
I guess he likes sitting in your blind spot.
It's more like I'm my blinding spot.
Yeah. I'm going to post both the articles because one of them might be easy to read. He talks about bias and the testing by how they do the testing, the corollaries.
over South Mountain. We're at 78 and 309. Heading downhill into the Lehigh Valley.
He says the Muppets. I trust the Muppets.
I don't know about that. Weren't the Muppets part of Sesame Street?
I was gonna say Sesame Street got propagandized.
They have been.
It's sad. The latest ones are the Avengers that are getting propagandized.
I think Judicial Watch uncovered some documents now that show the propaganda campaign, the strategies that they were using. I think they talked about that on last week's episode of The High Wire too.
Jeremy says Jim Henson. I'll have to look the name up. I don't know it.
Yeah, isn't that he created the Muppets? Aren't they on Sesame Street? The Cookie Monster and
Oh yeah. Apparently. Yeah. He's a animator, puppeteer, cartoonist, actor, inventor, and filmmaker. Made the Muppets and Fraggle Rock, and director of the Dark Crystal and Labyrinth.
Kermit the Frog. That was one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Jeremy just wrote that.
Oh, really?
You guys are mind readers.
Kermit the Frog had a hit single that was on the Billboard chart.
What was it called?
Rainbow Connection.
Oh, wow. I didn't know Kermit could sing.
Kermit the Frog, yeah.
That's cool.
Who's the guy that loves trash? Sings I Love Trash.
Is it Groucher? No.
But yeah, all his Muppets got co-opted for propaganda.
Oscar the Grouch. Jeremy's like, how could you not know that? I was like, It's been a long time since I watched the Muppets, Jeremy. I didn't get a lot of TV growing up, so I've only been to Sesame. We went to Sesame Place twice, maybe. But I don't remember meeting many characters. I remember meeting Big Bird though.
Where did we meet Big Bird?
I don't know, somewhere in the park.
At Sesame Place?
Yeah. I just remember our friend who took us there got a picture with me and Big Bird. But I don't know if there was any of the other characters there.
Yeah, that's
Jeremy's like, you had a sheltered life. Hey, I didn't get indoctrinated by the TV. What could I say? I didn't let the bunny ears suck me in. Though I did watch occasional CSI, Survivor, Amazing Race, and of course the elections.
yeah, any of that. Some of that stuff was over the air television.
Yeah, we had bunny ears. So Jeremy's like, neither did I. Yeah. There's so much junk on TV anyway.
I watched way too much television when I was younger.
Okay, there was Saturday morning cartoons. I forgot about that. That was a treat now and then. I remember watching Power Rangers. And I think occasionally Blue's Clues. But Power Rangers was so much more entertaining. So Jeremy says I was mostly outside when I was a kid. Me too. I would go outside and be in the yard doing stuff. Or reading a book. The bookworm
Yeah, I think it's real bad now that kids are growing up with tablets
Yeah.
rather than going and playing with blocks and going outside and getting dirty.
Playing with imaginary friends. You know.
Yeah. Free play.
Jeremy says, you need to watch some Looney Tunes. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I think Epoch TV actually has some Looney Tunes.
They do. They have some of the old ones on there.
You were watching Popeye on there one night, weren't you?
Yes. And remember we went to the grocery store and they had the Popeye spinach? I'm like, Dad, look, Popeye spinach.
You bought one of those cans, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, why not?
I almost did. I put it back.
Oh.
I'll have to get it next time.
You'll have to try it.
I just thought it was funny that they actually had it in the grocery store. I wasn't expecting that.
It's like Donald Duck orange juice, remember that?
Yeah. I watched The Golden Goose. It was an old movie. Goose
Oh, that's an old Disney film, right?
Yeah, an old Disney film they had on Epoch Times. They have a lot of older movies.
I thought we had that in our collection.
We might. It's probably on VCR though. I'm guessing. Yeah,
I think you're thinking of a digitized version of it that we have.
Oh, we have a digitized version?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, never mind. I know some of them we have on DVR. On TVR. What are they called?
Huh?
What are they called? The
old Disney movies?
Yeah, the media that they're on. You put in the VCR.
Oh.
I was trying to remember the name.
Okay, yeah, videotapes.
Jeremy says, your generation doesn't know what good cartoons are. Yeah, I agree. The stuff that's on TV now is horrible. It's so filled with propaganda. I just remember when I was helping out at my cousin's, when my cousin was really little, the stuff that he was watching in cartoons, it had so much agenda driven into the cartoon. I wanted to shut the TV off. It's like, this poor little kid is getting brainwashed from this stuff. And I was only, I don't know, 12 at the time, and I could see it.
Yeah, you're better off showing kids old cartoons.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking about the Looney Tunes, though, there's a funny Looney Tunes. You know how it says "That's all, folks" at the end with the Bugs Bunny? I think it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Like the circle. Someone took that and out by Charlottesville, Pennsylvania area. Someone did that, except they modified it and they put Biden on it. It's hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. He says no, it's Porky Pig is on that. Wow. I thought Bugs Bunny was on it. Obviously,
I think he's right.
Yeah. I need to watch Looney Tunes.
He says homework. That's all, folks.
Okay, Porky the Pig. I do remember watching some of Bugs Bunny, though. And the Roadrunner.
I always liked Roadrunner.
Yeah. I remember watching Tweety Bird and Sylvester.
Oh, yeah.
Sylvester always trying to get Tweety.
How about Rocky and Bullwinkle?
I don't think I've ever watched that. I remember watching The Addams Family. That's not a cartoon, though. That's an old TV show.
My dad used to like Rocky and Bullwinkle. I think there were adult messages in those, however. It wasn't bad stuff, but not like it is today.
Jeremy's like, yes, I like them. Mighty Mouse. I haven't heard of Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, I remember.
That's a cartoon.
I don't think I watched it, though.
I'm trying to think.
The Jetsons. The Flintstones.
Oh, I'd love to see the Flintstones. The Flintstones would be cool. He-Man is another one, Jeremy says. I don't know that one either. I'm trying to think. What other cartoons did I see? What was the dinosaur one I used to watch? The Land Before Time, I think is what it was called. I always loved dinosaur stuff. They go on adventures. I also liked reading Nancy Drew books growing up.
Yeah, we had the Hardy Boys.
Yeah. I heard those were really good too.
There was Tom Swift. I remember him. I had a couple of Tom Swift books. They were a series like the Hardy Boys. Adventure stories.
Mm-hmm. I remember reading, I'm trying to think. I have like a whole book series on like different books out of a series that were animal based. But I don't remember what they're called. And then there was Goosebumps.
But you were pretty young when you read Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I read Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Michael Crichton books. I was reading Michael Crichton books in, I think it was end of elementary school or early middle school. I just got sucked into them. I loved everything Michael Crichton. I'd sign out everything out of the library that we had from Michael Crichton. Sphere, Jurassic Park, The Lost World.
Sphere, they made into a movie. A number of his books got made into movies.
They didn't have the Andromeda Strain back then, so I actually got that as an adult and read that, which is also kind of fitting with everything that happened the past few years.
We're on old 22 now.
Jeremy's like, wow, you're so young. I like reading a lot of the classics.
I was surprised to find out you had read Lord of the Rings. Like, how did you get that under the radar? You got it out of the library at school?
We bought it.
Did we really? Oh, through the Scholastic Book Club?
Yeah, the Scholastic Book thing. Yeah, I asked you to buy it. That's how I got The Hobbit, too, and read The Hobbit. Like, the book. That's how I got the Harry Potter books. I don't think what else we got.
Yeah, I remember. And then we started buying the Harry Potter books.
Well, I got some of the Goosebump books that way, and the animal books that I can't remember, where they like save different animals or animals go on adventures. I'll have to dig them out of my drawer. I don't remember. Ethan's come back to us. He says, out of the blue, does anyone know there's only 1 week left in October? Realize there's only 1 week? I know, it's crazy. He posted a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns.
Halloween, Monday night, a week from tomorrow.
I'm wearing my Halloween leggings today, because today was, we had to wear as much orange as possible. So I'm wearing my bright orange leggings with black bats on them, because our colors are orange, black, and white. So it was a perfect fit.
Yeah, Princeton has essentially Halloween colors for their uniforms.
Yeah.
Their school colors.
So Ethan, what cartoons did you watch growing up, if any? We're talking about cartoons. Did you watch any cartoons growing up? And if so, did you feel like they had hidden messages in them, like propaganda? Ethan says, then it's Christmas. Ethan, you're forgetting Thanksgiving. You don't go right to Christmas from Halloween. Jeremy says, Halloween's my favorite holiday. I do like Halloween. I love seeing all the displays that people put up. It's really, really kind of cool. I also like Thanksgiving because it was always a time that we, get together with family. At least when I was younger, like we'd have these bigger Thanksgivings. And it was kind of cool to see family that we wouldn't get to see. Not so much now that people have, moved away and such, but Ethan says, Bugs Bunny and The Simpsons. Yeah, The Simpsons. We did watch some Simpsons.
Yeah,
usually at a friend's house, though, because they didn't come in where we lived. Yeah, for me, I had Power Rangers on Saturday mornings, Blue's Clues. I think eventually Dora the Explorer came on, which I totally turned off the TV because it would be half English, half Spanish, and I wasn't into it. So. Ethan says there's 33 seasons of The Simpsons, and I just finished it. Oh, wow.
33, wow.
I didn't realize there was that many seasons. That's a lot. I always liked Lisa, the character in The Simpsons. Have you ever watched The Blacklist on Netflix? I really like, I guess you could say, adventuresome, mystery solving, crime solving stuff, so The Blacklist just sucks me in. So I haven't finished it. I don't really know what season I'm on, but it's really good. That was one of the things I was watching when I was recovering from surgery. Jeremy says, every year at Halloween I watch the Addams Family's movies and TV series. Oh, that's awesome. I wonder if there's any other really good Halloween movies. Like, Frankenstein's got to be a good one. I haven't seen Frankenstein.
Oh, I guess we should watch some scary movies.
Though I feel like sometimes we're living in Frankenstein reality. But, yeah.
Yeah, Frankenstein is busy. Dr. Frankenstein at Boston University too.
Yeah.
He's been cooking up some
new
good
mojo.
stuff.
Yeah. New potion. Ethan says, I love the Addams Family, the old one. Oh yeah, me too, Ethan. That was good. I remember Cousin It and the hand in the box. I forget what the hand in the box was called, but
I think it was called It.
okay. I thought It was the one with the long hair.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, is it Thing?
Maybe it was Thing.
It's been a while.
Jeremy says Thing.
Okay.
It's been a while since we watched it, guys, so don't yell at us if we get it wrong.
Yeah, I think we're talking 1960s.
Yeah, Jeremy says the classic horror movies. Give me some recommendations, Jeremy. Definitely would love to.
Some old Dracula movies.
Yeah, Dracula. Is that the one that has Beniculi the bunny in it? Or is that a different one?
No, that's something newer.
Oh.
The classic Frankenstein, not the classic Count Dracula stuff.
Yeah, Thing. Ethan says Thing. Yeah, Thing was the hand in the box, I think.
Right. Okay.
Dark Shadows is a good TV show. The old ones. The black and white ones. And like the old Doctor Who's. But they can be hard to find nowadays. Jeremy says definitely watch classic Dracula. I'll have to see if we can find it. I don't know if we have it. I'd be game for movie night. I don't think we've ever done a Halloween movie night like that.
Well, you're not into all the scary stuff.
Yeah, I am in. I'm not a scary movie person. I tend to be, I need the lights on kind of thing, or scary movies. I got nightmares from the one that we watched at your friend's house in Philly once. The one with the I forget what it was called. The axe. The guy with the axe.
The guy with the axe. Oh.
Yeah, that thing gave me nightmares for weeks.
Is that Scream?
No.
That's something different.
I watched that at another friend's house. That also gave me nightmares.
Did he have an axe?
Yeah. Jeremy says Pluto TV has a Doctor Who channel. Oh, nice. Another thing we used to watch was, what was the Space Family?
Lost in Space?
Lost in Space. That was good.
I liked, as far as sci-fi goes, I think my favorite as a kid was Time Tunnel.
Oh, yeah, Time Tunnel. I remember you showing that to us as kids. And then you got, of course, the original Star Treks.
Yeah, I liked that a lot. I remember more in the reruns than I do watching the original stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look into Pluto TV. I don't know anything about it.
Twilight Zone.
Oh, yeah, there's that too. I don't know if we ever saw that, though.
Rod Serling's Twilight Zone. Then he had a newer program called Night Gallery back in the 1970s, I think.
Was it Tommy Knockers that you showed us when we were younger? And that was scary.
Yeah, that was another one that was a book turned into a movie.
I don't remember what happened to that one. I just remember having bad dreams. It was really scary.
Yeah, probably not a good little kids film.
Yeah. Oh, it's a free app, Jeremy says. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Pluto TV. I'm going to screenshot that so I can look that up. Ethan says we watch War Room in Glenbeck. And Jeremy says, me too. Yeah, War Room's really good. I haven't watched much of Glenbeck lately. But they are good sources. Epoch Times has a lot of good stuff on their site, and Epoch TV. Also, thehighwire.com, if you don't already watch stuff on the Highwire, that is a really good resource. I will link that for you guys. They had gotten censored off all the platforms. They had to build everything from scratch. And they give you all their documentation. So like every episode, like the following, it's on Thursdays. Every episode they'll give you everything on the following Monday, so that you can dig in the research yourself. Jeremy says I watched Steve Gruber as well. Oh, I don't know that name.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Ethan, do you watch the Highwire or Steve?
This is the only way we're going to find out about programs, because they're going to censor all of it.
He says both. Oh, awesome. Ethan says, have you watched Jesse Ventura? He was born in Minneapolis and is a 1969 graduate of Roosevelt High School. Served in the Navy for 6 years. I have heard about him, but I haven't seen his stuff. He had a show back in the day about conspiracies. Oh, okay, I'll have to check that out.
Remember the documentaries we watched a while back with Dr. Malone and his wife and Geert Vanden Bosch?
Yes, that was Headwinds on Epoch TV. He was also a wrestler too, Jeremy says. He was also the governor of Minnesota.
Yeah, I remember when he was governor.
Yeah, I should link the Headwinds stuff. That was good.
I think Headwinds has his own site too.
I'm gonna look it up.
There's some independent producers. I don't know. Are they from Spain? I think they might be. I know the documentaries are filmed in Spain. Some really beautiful scenery too.
I'm only seeing it on the Epoch TV site. Let's see. Maybe it's on Rumble. Let me check.
I think they have their own website.
Oh yeah, they have it on Rumble. They have it on Rumble. Okay, I'm gonna link you guys their Rumble channel, because then you can watch it without having to put your email in for Epoch TV.
Is the whole thing on there though, or is it just an excerpt?
No, it's got the whole parts. The Malone one is an hour and 18 minutes, and then Geert Vanden Bosch is an hour and 28, and then they have the debate between Malone and Geert, which is an hour and 9, and then they got the round table, which is about 52 minutes, and then there's another Geert one that's an hour and a half, and then They just released one fairly recently. I say fairly recently. Apparently it was in August. They did a thing on Desmond's book, The Psychology of Totalitarianism, which I didn't know about, so I'll have to watch that one myself.
Yeah, I know they interviewed him.
Alright, so...
You didn't see that one yet?
No, I haven't seen that one. This would allow you guys to watch it for free. Epoch TV has it as well, but I'd have to get your email address to send it to you if you're not a subscriber. So. Ethan says, conspiracy theory with Jesse Ventura. He was also a mayor. Jeremy's like, I got Rumble too. Sweet. Yeah, speaking of, I should post this on my Rumble chat too, so those on Rumble can see it.
Definitely had rain up this way.
Yeah, it sounds really wet.
So it's gonna be wet when we get home. It looked like it was trending towards drier predictions, but it's wet.
Well, it did look like it was gonna get wetter as the night progressed, so.
Somehow, we can't predict the weather, but we can predict the climate, right?
Ethan says, I must go, but I can stay on. I'll just mute it so the viewer count stays up.
Ah.
It's all good, Ethan. Go enjoy the documentary. It's all good. Jeremy's like, I told my puppy today he's not allowed to grow anymore. How old is he now?
Or how big is he?
Or how big is he, I guess. I guess it depends on the breed, too, because some breeds get really big fast. Ethan's like, bye. Bye, Ethan. Have a good one. Like I said, enjoy the documentary. It's definitely a good one. He's only 2 months old, he says.
Kind of doubt he stopped growing.
No, he's probably going to keep growing. He's probably getting into trouble already, too, being 2 months old. I remember helping my friend out with her German Shepherd puppies, and they started getting into trouble when they were a few months old.
Does it take that long?
No, usually not. But we were trying to manage 4 in the car, so it was a lot.
And how old were they then?
I'm not sure how old they were. They were old enough to be adopted, which I'm not sure what the age requirement was. He's like chewing. Oh no.
Yeah.
Chewing everything, I bet. Yeah.
I hear that's a common thing.
I'm sure you've lost a few socks, and hopefully not too many shoes. He's a beagle / healer. Oh, nice. I love beagles. Beagles are such nice dogs. Oh, what was that?
It was a fox. Just standing in the middle of the road.
Wildlife is out tonight. That feels like high beam. Thank you. Yeah, beagles, I don't know how fast beagles grow, but they get to be pretty big. I love their ears, their floppy ears. One of our friends has a really nice beagle. Jeremy's like, I have an old pair of shoes, so I let him have them. Yeah, sometimes it's better just to supply them something so that they don't go and pick out something.
Is it good though to supply shoes?
Well, it keeps them occupied.
Yeah, but after he's done with that pair, he says, "Oh, where's the next pair of shoes?"
Well, that's true. I guess it's debatable. Well, it's kind of like when we gave our birds a mirror. They say, like, give, guinea fowl a mirror so that they don't peck, like, your windows when they see their reflection, because they love their reflection. Or back in the day when you used to have chrome bumpers on cars, they'd go for chrome bumpers. So they're like, give them a mirror, and they'll play with the mirror with the reflection. So we did that when they were little. They went crazy when my brother loaded on a broken tablet, like a bug app. They went to town trying to go for, like, the ants and the bugs on the screen when they were babies. And then when they got bigger, we moved them out to the barn and got them a big mirror, and they attack their reflection pretty hardcore. So Jeremy says, I have a Beagle Basset Hound too, and a Boxer/Heeler. Oh, cool. Boxers are nice too. One of my friends from Girl Scouts has a boxer, and he's adorable. But he is a chewer. 3 dogs total.
Yeah.
Lots of love. We have 6 birds and 2 cats. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to dogs. Not slightly allergic to cats, but our cats are outside, so it's not too bad. So. It's more the tree allergies that get me, though. Especially with the leaves and the blossoms. Jeremy says, I give the puppy 1 shoe at a time. There you go. Wait till he gets old enough, he starts stealing the toys from the other ones. That'll be fun. It's like, no, that's my bone. Yeah, they grow fast. I remember when our cat had kittens, and they grew really fast. It wasn't long until they were pretty big. Jeremy says that's not happening. About him stealing the other dog's toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Borough of Linhartsville.
Yeah. It's a small town. Small borough.
6 miles to Hamburg.
Yep. Well, Jeremy, I will definitely have to check out the video recommendations and make sure we have a Halloween movie night, because we are definitely behind on our Halloween movies.
Been watching too much
Other stuff.
medical stuff and
Political stuff.
Yeah.
And processing the events that we cover, and field hockey. It's like the other 2 are older dogs. Yeah, that's awesome.
need to watch some fun stuff.
Yeah, time for some fun watching. So, now that I got my computer back, it'll be easier to do things. So, I gotta have you help me finish that dinner video.
Oh yeah, so we got some replacement audios for some of those other videos as well.
Yeah, so that's the agenda for tomorrow. Jeremy's like, I love the classics. Yep, classics are good. Time to go back to the classics.
It's a steep climb up out of the Maiden Creek Valley.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking probably the next time we'll go live will be Wednesday. Unless we leave early on Tuesday. Because we got an appointment in Hershey early on Wednesday morning. So I figured we'd live stream out there.
That's always a nice drive.
Assuming the weather is good, so. Jeremy's like, I love your small towns. Yeah, they're nice. They're homey. So, I think we're gonna sign off for the night though. I'm gonna work on packing up some things in the car, so we'll either go live on Tuesday or Wednesday most likely, because we'll be going to Hershey on Wednesday, so that'll be fun. And then of course, oh, I got a phone call, so I'm gonna have to cut it short. Have a good night, Jeremy. It's good chatting with you. Take care.